Hello, Black Man. This guided journal is being made available to build character, confidence, and define the inner person.
It has been deemed clear that our culture and our past has hindered Black men from being open and vulnerable. Hello, Black Man.
Hello, Black Man. Hello, my name is Jamie Jenkins, and I want to introduce you to Hello Black Man, a phenomenal journal line for Black men, women, teens, and children. It's all about bridging communication gaps and breaking generational curses. Hello, Black Man. I thought you were going to say it.
You ain't like that.
Hello, Black. It just something about saying it like that. It just be, I be liking it. How y'all doing? We're back with another episode of the parenting edition, our parent connection. Just talking with some parents about some things that we got going on about parenting, of course, about our teens and our adolescents and young adults and kids. Just how we connecting with them. How are we keeping it real? You know what I mean? That's really the main thing. Do we want to open up doors to them that hadn't been open? That's the biggest thing. The other part we're going to talk about tonight is how do we when do we break away? When do we take a step back? And I know it's different for every child, so it may not be a certain age, but when is it not your responsibility? When is their phone bill? When do they need their own household and stuff like that? So there's some in our community is it changes from household to household. You got those households that say, hey, at 18, you can't live here. And then you got some kids staying to 45 years old in their mom and dad basement, in their own room still. So listen, we have some phenomenal people that'll be on to help us tonight talk about these things. Let's bring on the guests.
First up, we have the amazing, the phenomenal, wonderful. No, I'm not talking about you, T. I'm talking about my cousin, Sheila J, who has a phenomenally blended family. I have absolutely loved to see her with her kids, see her, with her husband. Everything about her, I love. We grew up a couple miles apart, but as we have grown older, we have realized what priorities mean and what family means. And I'm so glad to have her on tonight. So I'm welcoming to the stage Sheila J. Tell the people all about who you are, girlfriend.
Hello, family.
What's happening?
So how as she stated, my name is Sheila Johnson, and I have been married to my wonderful husband for 9 years, but we have been together for over 19 years. Long time. We have 5 children together. 3 are blended into my loving heart, and I am currently. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. I also am an herbalist. I garden, all things holistic health, wellness. Yeah, that's me.
I have testimonials for you. I'm going to make sure that I post them. Do you have a business page for your herbs?
Not yet. That's what I'm working on.
I need you to get that together. So
I know.
Okay. I'm not going to say last because we don't know if anybody else is going to pop in, but definitely the man of the hour, the guy with all of the power. If y'all need something, he is the one who you talk to. He is the head lead deacon at somebody's church. He is that guy. Do y'all understand me? He is also our teen ambassador's dad, which we absolutely love. T Jr. We think the world of him, and we think the world of T. This should be a very interesting show. So let's welcome into the show.
I don't know if you could have a show not interesting with T. I don't know.
Hey, it's our people. If you hey, tell the people who you are, what you got going on. Tell us all about who you are.
Hey, I'm Terrence Smith. I'm single, married tonight, so I'm by myself right now. But I'm married. But my wife,
Please
I'm gonna take him out the show.
do not come in here with that
I'm gonna take
tea.
him out the show right now.
single man, you know, she get 3:00 in the morning come real quick for her. She
It
go
do.
work out every morning, so she's
Oh,
sticking to that. She tried to stay up late as she could.
oh
So
my God, this
That's
dude is so
okay.
funny.
If we
we've
had a
been
known, we
married.
would have did it earlier.
We've
for
been
her.
married 17 years. Be
What a
17,
praise.
and now we've been together a little over 20 years.
Ooh,
But you know, it is what it is.
yes, it is. It
We
is.
understand each other, and so you know, her going to sleep does not bother the answer. The answer is still gonna be the same, whether she's here or
Oh,
not.
now you know what? Let me tell you something. I absolutely know you will say exactly what you're saying in front of anybody, anytime, anywhere. Like Claire Husband say, anytime, anywhere, anybody, wherever. You gonna do that?
So T, let me ask you. So you telling me you can go and tap her on her shoulder, she gonna roll over?
She gonna roll. She gonna roll over now. She gonna roll.
I'm so dead right now.
It's all good with us. It's all good.
You are funny too.
We got a lot of arguments. That ain't one of them.
Oh my
You better
God.
say that. You better preach the word, the gospel
Yeah.
of the
Oh
Lord.
my
Okay,
God.
not deny thou partner of the
Yeah.
needs that is
And,
blessed.
oh yeah, but before Kalisha gets me, I am the owner of What the Business Solutions. She
Mhm.
always wants you to shout out your business. So I own What's the Business Solution. What the Business Solutions is, we do everything printing, designing, from consultation. We come and we'll talk to you. We don't hold back information that will help you. We don't care if you even use us. We want you to just get the best out of your own company and what you're trying to do to try to improve your business.
And we are proud supporters of What the Business, because we absolutely love what you do
Mhm.
and how you support and how you come out. So we not gonna waste no time. We're gonna jump right into this. I don't know. Am I hosting? Are you hosting? Because I'll be wanting to be big. I'll be
No,
wanting
do
to be
your thing.
submissive.
No.
Go ahead. You say what you got to
Get the
say.
questions going, and then we'll get the people involved.
Well,
That's it.
they're not really questions. They're just comments. They're just, like, okay. So first and foremost, we want to talk about parenting styles, because he and I have two extremely different
You ain't gotta
parenting.
say extremely like that. You ain't gotta say like, man, I mean, she ain't gotta say it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of us is a mass murderer and the other was in a nun, right? Extremely. I mean,
Okay, so let's talk extreme.
okay, what is extremely?
He is the parent that allows.
No, I know it's certain things I allow, certain things I don't.
You host, because you're not gonna let me get my words.
I don't. You're not gonna get out on me,
Okay, go ahead.
right?
Do your thing.
I'm just saying certain things I take to heart, you know what I'm saying, and then certain things I don't. When a child's expressing themselves, if they're not disrespectful, if you don't allow them to speak their mind and things of that nature, I think it could go awry. I think that you have more rebelliousness if not. You see what I'm saying? That's just me. I was a class clown, like to have fun, have jokes and stuff like that.
You are a class clown.
Well, if I go to school right now, I probably it's I hadn't lost it. You know what I'm saying? I'm somewhat of a comedian, but it's one of those things where I want kids to be kids. I want them to have fun, in respect, in respect and stuff like that. I'm not real big on whooping kids. That's not me. Like, I know that there are times and places for certain levels of punishment. But fear often brings about a factor of shutting down certain communications. If a child is scared of you, if they get to a place where now some kids you can't make them scared of you.
I'm scared of you.
Don't say it on TV. Don't say that.
Don't say it on TV.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Some kids, they have no fear about them, and that's a problem. Some kids are too fearful. I mean, they don't feel like they can say anything in front of you. They don't feel like they can ask you a question. They would rather go to their room and cry and tell you, "Hey, my finger hurt." You know what I'm saying? Because they know you may lash out. Like, what's wrong with your finger now? You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I just feel different about different situations. So let's talk about your parenting style.
Let's go to the guests, because I don't want to take up all the time.
Okay,
So
let's go.
Sheila, we'll start with you, ladies first. Tell us about your parenting style and how you think you're effective in making sure that your kids get across, or you get across your message to your children.
Well, my parenting style is very open and fluid. My baseline is respect, first and foremost. We allow each other to talk, and we talk calmly to one another. and respectfully. So if one person is speaking, you know, they have the floor, and then when they're done, they say, "I yield the floor," and then the next party may speak.
Y'all in the courtroom. Y'all
Clubhouse.
I yield the mic. I like it.
I mean, it brings about a certain level of respect and a certain
Okay.
level of articulating your thoughts and thinking things through before and after you finish a statement, or before you finish a statement, type of thing. We have, and when I say open conversation, we don't tell them they can't hear or can't be a part of one or another piece of a conversation. If we're talking about sex, we talk about sex. If we're talking about relationships and me and their dad's relationship and where we're at with this, that part of it, we open them up to it, because at some point they're going to have to go through some aspects of learning how to control themselves in a conversation, in a relationship. So, and they need to know how to respect the other party during that conversation. You have to speak calmly, and you have to be able to control your emotions. You can't lash out. You can't go, you know, just being belligerent. That's unacceptable. We won't do that. That's not a part of the conversation. So, we are very open, very fluid. We also have fun, and we allow them to speak their minds. Even if they don't agree with something that we say, we still want to hear them out, and we want to know where their line of thought is coming from as well. That way we can know how to guide their thought process, or, you know, open them up to something that they may haven't thought about before. So we allow them to express themselves freely, I guess is what you mentioned. So that has given them so much confidence as young individuals to not only speak to us, but to speak confidently and respectfully to other adults. Because I've noticed when my son was younger, he would look down all the time. When he was talking to an adult, he would be looking down, and I'm like, no, sir, chin up, eye contact. We don't do that, you know? And so it came with practice, but they can hold conversations that I get all the time from other adults, that they are very intellectual little beings. Like they talk like, you know, they're could have a conversation with another adult easily. So I appreciate hearing that, but moreover, I appreciate that they can hold their own in those type of conversations. So
that's huge.
I have a follow-up question for you, because I know we kind of came from the same cloth. Is that how you were raised? And how do you feel like your parenting differs from those of your own parents?
My parenting style is a complete 180 from my parents' parenting style. Their parenting style was grown folks conversation, get your butt back in the bag. That's not, you know, you don't speak unless
I was there.
And you don't have a thought unless I give it to you. You don't have an opinion unless I give it to you.
That's facts.
And I never understood that, which is why I was deemed the problem child or the black sheep, because I always pushed the envelope. I always pushed back, and it was considered rebelling, but it wasn't rebelling. It was just me having my own thoughts. And my own opinions about certain things. So it differs completely.
I got you. We like I said, we're from the same cloth, so I completely understand. All right, T, tell us about your parenting style and how you feel it's effective, and how you can teach other parents to be more like you.
You know, you take the I've taken the respectful road, so I'm with Miss Sheila on that. It's so you got to have that level of respect, even with your children. You know, you're talking with them and having open communication with them, as well as, you know, I don't spare the rod. I mean, I sparely use it now that they're a little older. And when I say spare the rod, and I tell people all the time, you know, he got more whipping when he was younger, and it was more so of, don't touch that stove, you know it's hot. You know what I'm saying? So he need to know in his mind that ain't something I need to do. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't saying it was a all brought out, take him down the street, whoop him with a stick. But he need to know there's boundaries. There's certain stuff you can't do, certain stuff you can do. That right there is not, until you get older, you know what I'm saying, you're going to learn that that's not you don't play with the stove, you don't play with chemicals, you don't play with, you know what I'm saying? So, that, it ain't so many times I'm gonna be sitting there looking, talking about some don't, no. We're not finna we're not finna do that. You finna say pow. That right there, that'll get you the no. That'll beat all them other 50 no's.
Right. You gonna condense them.
Yeah, you're gonna condense them right there real quick, and just get the playing field level.
Yeah.
Just having the communication now. I could tell the difference when when I was growing up with my father. My father and mother both was adopted.
Mm-hmm.
So, having that, going to school, writing the family tree out, didn't go too far. You know what I'm saying? It didn't go too past certain stuff. But, in a country town, you knew who your mama was. That pass a person over the fence really meant that was really something, or a deal back in, you say, Lexington, Mississippi, and where they grew, in Alabama, where they grew up at. But but just teaching the kids now, other than my father, he was just more of a strong-minded person, just want to make something of himself, you know what I'm saying, to leave to his kids, to teach his kids and stuff like that. But it wasn't, he didn't come to my games, and he didn't, he ain't coming to no wrestling matches. He ain't coming to know, to see how you doing it. I want to know what them grades looking like, and if them grades ain't looking right, I want to know what your work skills looking like. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't gonna get good grades, you might well come on, start working. So they got the mindset of work at a factory 50 years and 401k plan and Social Security. You know what I'm saying? And you out the door. These kids nowadays ain't nowhere near 401k. They ain't nowhere near So I guess my parenting skills with my kids is we have business decision making conversations. I want, when you come to me with something, it's almost like a business deal. What are we both gonna get out of this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, how are you gonna handle this? Look at it from the pros and cons. I even want you to think about it before you even ask me. Think about the pros and cons of this conversation you're about to have. Is this conversation gonna carry you on to the next step where you're trying to get? So, and people laugh at me because they say, man, your son and your daughter, even at the early age, they was like making sure that they had rides to the different things that they wanted to go to, just in case your answer was no. I'm already, I'm already made it to grandma's house. I just need to know how I'm gonna get back from grandmama's house after I leave the skating rink, because I'm going to the skating rink if it's okay. But I just need to know how I'm gonna go ahead and make it back. So, those parenting skills. So, back in the day, we weren't asking, can I be gone for 2 days or can I spend the night? That was a no. And Terrence Jr., he hasn't been nowhere, like gone 2 days without me or his mama and stuff like that. We don't get down like that. Now you can bring your kids over to our house. We have a kids friendly house, and they gonna get what they gonna get over here. And trust and believe, ain't no funny business, ain't no situation. I know what's going on over here at this address over here. I don't know if you got a bunch of cousins sitting around your house, and they just
who in and out, traffic, and who's stopping by.
And we're not finna have that. And I don't be mad at you if you say, well, you feel some kind of way about me not letting my son come over there. I'm okay with that. Not letting my daughter come over there. She ain't spending no nights over there.
Yeah.
I'm okay with you not being okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sleep real good, and I'm gonna sleep the same way. Right. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that my daughter is over there in her room, my son is over there in his room, and if they cousin come over, they can come over, but they gonna come over to a bunk bed or a couch bed or a sleep on the floor, however the case may be. But we're gonna keep it real open over here. But that's my love. That open communication, talking. Business decisions, because life is business decisions, and you're gonna have to make them business decisions every day that you wake up on this earth. You're gonna have to make them business decisions. So most definitely like that.
Listen, man, you said something so I guess so important to me when you said when those kids are able to make decisions and provisions for themselves. Yeah, like that's a life skill in itself. Mm-hmm. Like like those are skills that adults lack right now. I got this to do. I got A, B, and C to do. well, I'm just gonna give up. I ain't gonna do none of them because I don't know which order or which is priority or which bill I need to pay. If I don't keep the lights on, I can't, run my laptop to do my other business. Then, I won't get no gas today because I need to pay my phone bill. Like those are decisions we have to make every single day. 99% of the world. But when you talk about, hey, I'm gonna have this conversation, and when my dad asks this, I already have this in my pocket. Well, how you gonna get there? I got to ride with someone. So I already talked to her. She says okay. Da, da, da. Where you gonna go to grandmama's house? Talk to grandma. I already talked to grandmama. She said I can stay to Sunday. After church, can you come get me? And so when they made those provisions and made those arrangements, you like, all right, do your thing. I'm good with it. But that shows a level of maturity I don't think that we press our kids for. I don't think enough of us press our kids to say, okay, now let me tell you something. Our daughter, our daughter Janaya, she is 81 years old. She's literally 81. If she has a doctor's appointment, she's got the times. Like I didn't know how to even make an appointment, who to call, how to set nothing up, times. I need to be here at this time and all that. Like you made a doctor's appointment, man. It's people 25 years old can't make a doctor's appointment.
I feel bad that she's that way, but it's just me knowing that I'm not always gonna be here, and it's a mindset that I've had. My mom and daddy still living, so that's not something that I have necessarily had to address. But I know how important independence is.
Yes.
I hate that my oldest son is not here with me because I have to coddle him just a little more. But my daughter that's here, my son is here. Y'all got to learn how to fend for yourselves. They be like, well, you fix a sandwich for Mr. Jamie. That's my man. You my child. I got to get you out of here. I got to get you to where you need to be. Like, it's a difference.
Like, you going to starve with all the sandwich food in the refrigerator? Like, I know better.
My 7-year-old be like, so you're not going to fix me a sandwich? I'm not going to fix you a sandwich, but I can show you how to fix it.
Get it done. Like, it's bread and meat and a fork and a spoon down there and mayonnaise and mustard.
He's old, too. He's like, so you just gonna let me starve to death? Yeah. I'm gonna let you starve to death because it's food in the refrigerator. You just gotta learn how to fix it. And I was a latchkey kid. My mother and father both worked very hard their entire lives, so when I got home from school, there wasn't anybody there to make sure I was eating out. Don't get me wrong, my grandmother stayed like less than a mile down the road. I could have easily went to her house and got whatever I wanted any time of the day and night. But because my mother and father was like, everybody don't need to know our business. You get in this house, you lock the door, you do what you need to do, and you take care of yourself. Like, that's the mentality that I had, and that's what I did. So even though my kids are not latchkey kids right now because we're working from home, I want them to have that same mentality. I want them to be able to survive. And yes, my daughter be like, well, I need this. All right, this is the doctor's number. This is what they do. Call them, get your information, get it together. And she does that, and I appreciate her for that because I know for a fact that right now, if something happened to me, she'd be okay.
Yep.
Whereas my sons, I don't know about them.
Work to do.
But I'm working on it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So what about social media? Like how do you manage? How do you operate around the social media? So Ms. Sheila, how many kids are you operating in your household right now? And,
so we have
how do you deal with it? Okay.
2 in home. Our son is 15. He'll be 16 this year, and our daughter is 13. She thinks she's grown, but yeah, she's 13. And with social media, they both have some form of social media accounts. They don't have all of them. They're not constantly on them because they are very active children. Son enjoys sports. My daughter, she's always wanting to be in something or try something or do something. They early on, when they first got their electronic devices, my husband and I noticed that they were becoming overly attached to them to the point to where if we took them away, they'd be passing out, Mama, no, Yes, I'm gonna die. I'm like, okay, well, go ahead, take your last breath because you're not getting it back.
The phone
But
gone. The
so
phone.
when we noticed it, I decided to implement what I considered a no electronics week. So they didn't get any phones, any tablets, any TV unless I watch TV. And so whatever I watch, you watch. And 9 times out of 10, I'm watching something educational. I may, watch a show or two, but for the most part, it was news or something educational.
Mm-hmm.
And that forced them to disconnect because they were too into it. And so
Yep.
now they don't have the desire to constantly be on it, and they appreciate their own space and their own time because they
Mm-hmm.
have their own rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So they are more or less, they know that there's time limits, and if they get to a point to where they can't self-govern, then I'm going to have to we're going to have to get involved. And I am probably I guess I would consider myself the rule maker. Like, I make the rules when it comes to how we're going to navigate that space as far as social media and their access
Mm-hmm.
to it. And my husband is the enforcer.
Yeah.
So I say, look, this is the time, this is it. If I find out something, if I see something, I could scroll at will. I can ask for your phone at will, and whatever. And that's what we're going to do. And so it's worked out very well, to the point to where when I come and I'm like, all right, and when I set up electronics week, it's never the same week. Within the month, it's always a different week because I don't want them to get used to, okay, you know what, I'm gonna tell my friends this week my mama said I can't get on the phone. No. It depends on how I feel and what mood I'm in.
And how your son?
He's 15.
He's 15, so
Yes.
he's right there at the very inquisitive. Let me find something out and stuff like that. So yeah,
Absolutely.
if he's able to break away from their phone at 15, I absolutely applaud you. I mean, that's a great habit, the fact that he's able to do those things. And the time limits on him, just say, hey, okay, take a break. Let's take a break from it just for a minute. And like that's kind of stuff we talk about here. Like, you tell them to take a break, and what do you replace that time with? Like you say, hey, we're going to spend some time together. Hey, we're going to watch a show together and stuff like that. People don't understand, like, when you take things away, now where's that child's mind at? Like, what are they doing? Like, what are you forcing them to do, or what are you providing for them to do? It's two different avenues. What about you, T? How you working your social media over there?
Well, my eldest daughter, she's 24.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's legally blind. Leah, she's legally blind. And,
24, Leah, 24
with a baby now. So,
and you are Grandpa of the Year. Let's go ahead and
go get the award. Even if I gotta go order it myself and put my own name on it.
I'm gonna send it to you.
I got awards in there that I made myself. I'm not waiting on nobody to give me no award.
I'll with you when you're right. Who gonna celebrate you when you don't?
And everything. Daddy of the Year, businessman of the year. I'm not waiting. Who? Cause you want to know what all I do every day? No, you're not gonna know what all I do every day. But I'm busting out here. I am wide open right now. But besides that, electronic device for her was essential because at the time, me learning how to read Braille, what I'm saying, was a big part because being able to have to do homework with her was totally different. Patience, what I'm saying? Like my wife would tell you, she don't have the homework patience. She has the project patience, what I'm saying, putting that together, so we have the homework, so we intertwine with that because I can do the homework. I'm the math man. I love math and reading and stuff like that, so I can handle that. So but with my son, he's 13 now, so he don't get the phone, he don't get his iPad until Friday. So Friday he get it. During the week he don't get it. Any special events and stuff like that, he don't get it. He can play Roblox. I monitor the games. He can't play Fortnite. He can't play any shooting games. What I'm saying? Really, just the NBA 2K. I finally just bought him. I finally just bought him the part where he could play his cousins and them on online and stuff like that, so they can do that. But for the most part, because I read Steve Jobs. The person who invented Apple, does not let his kids freaking play with the phones and the iPad, social media, they do not do it. And he said it stumps their growth. So I'm like, now if the owner of Apple is not letting his own freaking kids play
He
with it,
kind of know what's
you know
going
what I'm saying?
on.
It has to be something going on. And the thing about it is, I'm getting my charge out of my bag. But what blew me away was, you know, they said that the light in your cell phone is the same as a drug, and it has the same intensity as a drug on the street. So just like as a fiend looks for that drug,
you're looking for that light.
You that light. You can put that phone in your pocket, and 45 seconds later, you'll pull it back out just to look at the same thing you just put in. You just put it in there because it wasn't nothing on there, but you went and looked again to see that it's still nothing on there. That's a habit. That's a drug. I'm talking about life. I'm just talking about life, and you know, we can say, hey, it's business.
Yeah,
it's business to an extent.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But you know, as far as my child, I monitor it. I do. He has social media page because you know he owns 3 different businesses, but at 13 he still don't run it. I still run his businesses.
Yeah.
So there's no need for him. I show him like, hey, this is what you made from your website. This is what you made from your bow ties. This is what you made from. This is in your bank. So he know he has a Cash App card. He know he gets money in. He know he has all of that. But he also know that he just can't swipe his card.
Yeah.
Now he
ain't out here all willy nilly spending money.
And I have literally walked in there, not have no cash on me. Like, hey, I need $100. He go right, get it, bust it out. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he understands the value of money. He understands that he does not have to spend a quarter of his money. You don't have to buy no clothes. You ain't got to buy no shoes. You ain't got to buy no food. You ain't got to buy no da-da-da. Now, anything extra that we out and about and you say, hey, you just gotta have it. And I'm gonna ask you because it's a business decision. I'm like Mike, say, hey, you know, do these shoes make you run any faster? Do these Jordans make you run? Do you jump any higher in these Jordans than you do these LeBrons or these, you know, these other shoes? Does it help? Now, if you come out with say, well, they do really feel better, you know, yes. Okay, you know, they go with this outfit, and I understand stuff that go together. I'm an outfit type person.
You're an outfit type.
I'm a clothes connoisseur. I got more shoes than my wife, but I understand the situation that want your feet to feel good. I'm a Kohan. Now I don't have a lot of Jordans, but Kohan, me and Kohan is on a first name basis around this doggone thing. But you know, going back to social media, I control it. I think more parents should control. I think, Sheila, you're doing a great job. That switch up the thing. I might include that into my repertoire. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell them what
learning something. Learning something. Just learning new ideas and stuff.
Yeah, you know, just new ideas. But and then I go back to what you said. You have to replace it with something. So you know, I don't want like I'm in here on this. He in there in his room. I don't really know what he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? But I know he don't have that iPad. I know he don't have. You know, he got his phone, but I know he's not going to use that. He's on TikTok. He'll do a TikTok every now and again because I show him how you could use for your business. Yeah. But other than that, just being on there or something like that, I try to have a conversation. I pick him up from school, so we try to have business conversations. You know what I'm saying, on the way home. You know, do you really want Wendy's tonight? What is Wendy's really going to do for you? But you say you cramping when you're trying out for basketball. Have you eaten any bananas this week? You know what I'm saying? How's your potassium? What is that, Daddy? Look it up. Get your phone. Look it up. Then you'll understand it real fast and real quick.
Wow.
So, television, something Sheila you were talking about. So my 7-year-old be trying to make me watch the news. I hate television. I absolutely despise it. We don't have a television in the bedroom. He has to make me watch a movie or make me watch something because I'm like, that is time wasted. Now I do social media. Because like I say, it's business, like T say. Like we say that it's business, but how much of it is business and how much of it are we actually just on there strolling and looking at things that we could be doing ourselves to grow our own businesses? So I'm not a big television fan. We do have to replace the time. So with my 7-year-old, my oldest two are 16 and 15. So he is raising himself. I can say that very confidently because I know that the iPad is raising him. I try to put restrictions on it. I just be like, I don't know what to do no more. I'm too old for this. So I absolutely have. Today he came up and I asked him just a random question like, how was school today? Like, not that I don't ask him every day, but today it was more like, what exactly happened at school? Mm-hmm. And he was like, we had a substitute teacher. She was old. She was African American. She was mean. She said that she was going to send us to the office. We didn't like that. We wasn't here for that. So we were glad when she left. Yeah. So having conversations with your children, more so than just how was school, like we have to be more creative with the questions that we ask to make sure that we're soliciting the right information. It is so much going on out here. James said he helps with homework. I had to write that down because James' idea of helping with homework is, did Johnny have 5 apples? Then what is it? And I got video. Like, don't think that I'm just playing. How many apples do we have now? I just be like,
this is just
I don't know, I'm scared. Just say something right.
I'm just encouraging. I have a forceful voice sometimes.
Yes, I'm very powerful.
I'm very enthusiastic.
It's Hazelhurst.
I'm with you because I'm
about to cry right now thinking about
it. My favorite ones is if the train went 60 miles per hour.
Ooh, I don't know.
What time is it gonna be? I'm deaf on those like my favorite. But I understand, Jamie. I understand you want to get past the 5 apples, man. Come on, man. All you have to do is think. If you
just think, what are you doing?
Don't give me an answer because you think I'm gonna leave you alone, or it's gonna be
saying that too. Just think about it. Just think.
You can't be thinking.
You can't. I tell you, once you get up and walk off, and flex a little bit, go and get yourself together. Man, yes, an hour on a problem. Like, man, get the paper out, turn it over, go get another sheet. You can't be seeing it. Apples.
I have zero patience, y'all. I do no teaching. I do no tutoring. Whatever they don't learn at school, they won't learn it at home. I'm so glad.
Run it back. You ain't got to get another piece of paper.
I buy a bag of apples. These apples. There's 5 of them.
I hire somebody. I have hired tutorers.
Hey.
I have paid money because I don't have it in me. Because once I asked you the first time and I put the apples out there, I'm like, you know what?
You finna flunk. Get out of here. You finna flunk school. Go to bed.
You're gonna repeat the 2nd grade. It's okay. There are many people who have repeated the 2nd grade. They become better athletes. That's all I'm saying.
You gonna be faster than everybody. What's up, T. Junior?
Hey, look, girl. Okay, you had a question.
And I'm more of the teaching type. Like when the pandemic hit, my children had to be sent home, right? So they were trying to get their thoughts together about what they were going to do as far as homeschooling. I mean, or doing remote learning. Yeah. And during that period, I was like, okay, well, they still need to be learning. They're not just going to be sitting up in here, everybody twiddling their thumbs. So Mama got a plan. So I rolled out my own plan. We went through subjects. My husband took the set. I took the set. Right, I said, okay, from this time to this time, I want you up. I want you at the table at such and such time. You better have a shirt on. You better have this on. I want you awake, alert. Come with it. We're going to go through this throughout the day. And by 2:30, we were done.
I like it.
By 9, we were done because I woke him up. And he went back to bed. I went back to bed. We was all back in the bed. So, Miss Holmes, your son is failing. Get out of here.
Listen. And then the part that I really enjoyed about that entire experience was, I want to say after the first week, I asked them to fill out a survey to let us know kind of how we were doing and if they thought that was effective or not, or if we should switch it up, or what did they want to learn. And they were like, they felt that and I still have these too. I made them write it out and they had to do complete sentences, paragraphs, everything. But anyway, they were like, they learned more during the time that they were at home with us
Mm-hmm.
Oh
than the
wow.
time that they've spent at school.
That's dope.
And I was just like, I was almost in tears. I was like, man,
Wow.
look, I can do this. Look,
Look.
y'all school to the side. I don't need no school. Get my tax money
Disclaimer.
back. I can do this.
Disclaimer: we are cousins, not sisters.
So you ain't put all that.
I don't do that.
So listen, this rolls literally right into our next subject or question of parent responsibility. Like, is there an end in sight? Is there an age? When you talk about kids, we all have teenagers. We all have teenagers here. When that child hits 18, 19, 20, like, what is the separation? What does it look like? Some parents say, hey, at 18, you are leaving my house. I don't care what rent costs you, what the car costs you, or anything. You have to go. You're out of here. You're not my responsibility anymore. Whatever happened, happened. And then you have some parents say, hey, you can stay here forever, or you got to pay bills here. You know what I'm saying? What does parent responsibility look like to you as far as age and separation go? Go ahead, T. Talk to me.
You want me to go before Sheila?
Yeah, come on with it.
Go back around.
I've been getting inspired. Okay.
She's inspiring. I love her already.
I guess my thing, because my daughter was legally blind, I tried to cripple her. And you don't want them to go, you don't want to get hurt, you don't want to do that. My daughter moved out at 18. She moved out. She'd have had her own place since 18. I'm from house to apartment to, she moved out the state, you know what I'm saying? Just so she can show people she can really just do it on her own. Now I had to go, can I say whoop the nigga? I had to go whoop the nigga she was staying with. But she back in Jackson now. She back in Jackson, Mississippi. But it was a learning experience, which she had to learn. I'm a little bit more on. I look at it like this. Don't hold me to it. I look at it like this. Did I lose y'all? We still here?
I'm here. I think they may have just switched the way the camera shows
okay.
up.
All right. So I'm sorry. So I look at it like this. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus died on the cross for my sin. That's me. And I believe he's my father. So my father, as I know it, is going to be with me till I die. So he ain't never put me out of all the stuff I done that I know I done did, that I know wasn't right, that I know I done crossed, did wrong by people. I done did all kind of dirt and all this stuff during my course of my life. He has never said or made me feel like he wasn't still with me. And I have to treat my kids the same way. So putting them out when I know that they probably is not ready for the out, but when are they going to be ready? There's not an age limit to say when somebody's going to be ready. They always said, women at the age of 18 is, and you take men probably another 3-4 years, at 21 before they grow up and stuff like that. But, I have to really look at that because, everybody's not at the same level and they're not going to meet at the same level just by you putting everybody. If everybody put everybody out at 18, the world be way worse than what it is right now. Way worse. And I'm not putting army brochures and stuff like that because I'm preparing them now for that. I'm not waiting till they turn 17 and say, I don't think this joker's gonna do anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he gonna, you ain't trying to make no decision about what you want to do. I asked Terrence right now at 13. I've been asking him since what you want to do when you grow up, what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you tell me, and you know this, he played basketball, football, baseball, soccer, tag. He tried everything. The stuff he liked, we continue doing. Karate, stuff like that. If he say, man, I want to do this, I got you. I'm gonna treat it like I treat it whenever I found something that I love to do. I'm gonna pay for personal training. I'm gonna read up on it. I'm gonna study it. I'm gonna do that. I do all that for him. If it's something he don't want to do, like he ain't want to do soccer, I'm not gonna, man, you gonna do this soccer. All the kids doing soccer. I'm not finna do that to my child. If he don't want to play football, listen, I'm finna save some money. I don't have to go out of town. I gotta go to these games. I ain't gotta do nothing. We're gonna find something else to do. You don't want to play no baseball? Yo, you don't want to play no baseball? Oh, coach, we ain't playing no baseball. It's over with. It's today. It stops today, whatever the case may be. Well, you treating, you letting them just cut. No, I'm not finna make him do it. I'm not living my dreams through. He ain't finna live. He ain't finna be me. He finna be him. He finna be him. Do you want to play football? Because you gonna have to get up and show me that you want to go to practice. I ain't finna be waking you up. I ain't gonna feed you and then wake you up. You gonna have to get up, like set your alarm, do whatever you got to do to set your alarm. My daughter, 24, she'll be 25 this year. I'm just raising this up so you can see.
Mm-hmm.
She just moved again, so this probably her 7th place. She needed a dining room table. Guess what?
Give it to them.
You can get this dining room table.
Listen, the dining room table that we have, they got to get it because they got it so nasty. Whoever
they got to get it. They got to get it.
I don't want it. It's going with you.
I came home. My wife said, "Yeah, we giving them dining room table. Her and the grandbaby. That's fine. Couch, yeah, that's fine. We put a whole bedroom set just for the grand. That's fine. That's cool. Put it together. Don't buy." Kanye West said, "I am the table." So I can go get another table. I'm gonna get out here work. I always say somebody gonna buy me a table. When I'm talking about a customer. Customer gonna buy me a table. So I'm not worried about a table. I eat with these little table things right here. These the best things in the world ever made. I don't have to have no big old dining room, 10 people table until all my grandkids get around here. Then I go buy a 10 people table because they want to sit down there and eat together as a family. That's thing. But I'm not putting them out and they not ready. They gonna leave when they get ready. Now you ain't finna. The rules change when you get. Don't make me go get the Dallas Cowboy table. It's over there. Don't make me go get it because it's right there. It's in reach. But anyway, they're gonna leave when they get ready. But they got to understand the rules change. You don't have the same rules as 13 that you got at 17 or 18. Thanks. And you know what I'm saying? But I can't try to hold you down knowing that you live in the house. I can't say, well, you got to be in the house at 7:30. The doors get locked at 7:30. My mom, doors get locked. If you ain't in the house, you got to find you somewhere else to stay. Don't do it. Don't make me go get this cowboy out. I'm trying to talk now. We probably stay focused.
But we got 13 minutes. Focus. Get your point across. That ain't even the name of the team.
Make me stop.
That ain't even the name of the team no more. Team.
Right. Talk for a minute. Yeah. While Sheila talking, I'm going to get my table though. But anyway, so yeah, so that's just me now. I'm not gonna put him out. I'm not gonna kick him out. I'm not gonna take the key away from the house. He's always welcome here.
Yes.
Right?
I like it.
Yes,
my daughter's always welcome here. No matter if we get into it or not, I'm not going to not open arms and we can't talk about it. I'd rather for us to come back and talk about it than for her to just be mad at somebody die and be gone. And you're like, man, you left that situation like that.
Right.
We're not living like that.
Right. All right, Sheila, what about you? Do you have a age? Are y'all talking about, hey, this is what I want you to be doing this is when you need to be doing this, or are you just allowing them to be who they are?
I agree with T on quite a bit. We do also have the conversations. We've been having conversations with Maurice Jr. for, I think, since he was about 13, just kind of letting him know how he needs to start preparing his mind, how he needs to start critically thinking about what future plans look like. If he decides he wants to pursue a sport or pursue a specific career, what that's going to entail. You need to do proper research. You need to look that up. You can come back and ask questions and we can discuss it. But we make sure that we have that open dialogue with him. And right now the conversation with him has been, okay, because he's decided that he wants to do bioengineering. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So you know what that's going to require. He's already like, I know, I'm getting college credits right now. I'm in high school. I should have such and such by date. Like we literally went through that. And it was very evident in his responses that when we were having those conversations when he was younger, that he was listening. So we just tell him right now, the ones I will say, the one stipulation that I have, I will never put my children out. If they're gonna leave, they're gonna leave on their own accord. And I know, as T said, when they leave, they're ready, right? I feel like everything that we do up until the point that they leave is what's preparing them for that journey that's ahead. And so if I'm doing my job and we're doing our job as guides and as parents, then they're gonna be ready whenever they do leave. Um, my my son had said that he I'll get I lost my train of thought, but with my daughter, she's already said too that she wants to do something specific, and this and that. And I'm like, okay, well, as long as you have a plan and you are working towards that plan actively every day, everything you do is something getting you closer, one step closer to what your idea is when you're ready to leave. That's I'm okay with that. I remember what I was going to say. I just told them the one stipulation that I have is whenever you do leave, or whenever you do, if you decide to graduate and leave or what have you, give mama 5 years after you leave before you start having children. Because I need you to really figure out who you are and what your place in this world looks like. Mm-hmm. And I need you to establish yourself. I need you to get all your, whatever that is, get it all out before you commit yourself to a child or to, a committed relationship or whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Don't get in anything committed, relationship, children, anything. If it is, try business, try starting something, try do something like that to where you're working on you and you're progressing yourself. And I said, mama need time to, I've kind of dedicated and sacrificed myself. We both have up until this point to make sure you guys have everything that you need. And I need an opportunity, 5 years, I think it's great, to travel, to go do and go see and just be free and not have to worry about, okay, I'm eating, so they got to eat, or okay, I got to get me, so I got to get them, or I got to be at home at this time because they got to be in the bed by a certain time and this and that. And so I'm just like, give me that same respect that I'm going to give you when you go off and you figuring yourself out along the way. So, and it's so funny because as I tell the story, like if we have company or if that conversation comes up, they're like, we already know, mama, give you 5 years. We already know.
they got it. They understand. It's understood by now.
So we will not be able to get fully into this conversation because my next question will be one that will require a whole nother episode. But as mothers of sons and daughters, how, because I was a teen mother. I got married as a teenager, 17 years old, married, pregnant with kids. How do you really prepare them in this day and age? Because we have access to so much more technology and so much more that we can give them. Are we putting our daughters on birth control? This is a question I asked on my social media, and some woman went ballistic. She was like, you talk to your provider about that. And I'm just like, this is just a random question, lady. Like, get your life. So I had to block and delete her. But as mothers of sons and daughters, how do we mentally prepare them? Because we all know on this panel that sex is real. The feelings and emotions and the desires for sex is real. Mm-hmm. How do we get them to that place to understand that you have to protect yourself? We're not going to get into that tonight, but you guys have got to come back for the next episode so we can discuss how are we preparing our young children to not get pregnant at a young age, to be sure that they are safe and protecting themselves, and to always know, like, even if you do make a mistake, it's not the end of the world, because I think that's what's most important, is giving them the opportunity to learn from their mistakes. No, we don't want to take care of babies, but if we have to, we have to let them understand that there's a clinic, there's pro-choice, there's all types of things to thwart these things, and we have to let them understand and know that they have the opportunity to do what they need to do and make those decisions for themselves. T, I'm with you on that sports thing. My son pissed me off the other day, though, because we went to play basketball. I have a very basketball lineage. Like my entire family, women, men, they have all played basketball. They've all been 6 feet or greater. He's 6'4", 200, almost 200 pounds. And he decided that football was his thing. He has dedicated himself to football because his dad played football. He wants to play football for Alcorn. I'm not against that. I'm not encouraging it. I'm not against it. I just want him to have the best experience ever. But I've never forced him to do anything. I've never made him get up for practice. I've never asked him to do anything. I wanted it to be his decision. But the other day we was in the gym and Jamie was playing basketball. At first he didn't want to play. Then all of a sudden he decided he did want to play. He was like, man, I wish I had to play basketball when I was younger. And I was like, why? Knock your face off. Who told you couldn't play basketball when you was younger? Like, now I feel bad. Like, is that something we got to do? Like, was I supposed to encourage you? And was that my fault that you didn't play? He was like, I'm just saying I'll be better. And so then I had to go into my mindset, and I was like, listen, he's about to be a senior. And I'm just like, it's never too late. No, even if you walk on in college, you never know the talent that you may have.
Yeah. Or the need that the school has.
Exactly. So, just don't ever sell yourself short. Go ahead, T. What you got? You on mute? You on mute, T?
Okay. I have two brothers. Both of them got sons. One of them is he about 6'4", 6'5", 260 pounds. And he was one of the fastest defensive ends that played in high school and everything. Everybody just knew he going to play football. He going to the league. He a defensive end already, got master's act. He gets to senior year and decides he wants to play basketball. Now you talking about a big guy running up and down the court. He had all kind of scholarships to play football at different top universities. He went to a local Elmhurst college in Illinois, and it just blew the whole family away. But hey, we backed them up. We said, hey, you want to go to college? You want to play basketball all 4 years? That's your business. I have another brother whose son goes to Callaway. He's 6'5", 200 pounds. I'm talking about don't want to look at no basketball. He's on the swimming team. He's on the swimming team and that. But what I tell, and I say this to I told my son this. I said, you play basketball, you play football, you're great. He's a triple threat. He's athletic as all get out. But I took him to learn how to play golf this summer. I took him away from basketball, football, and everything. I said, so you're gonna learn how to play golf this summer, and you're gonna learn how to play tennis next summer. I said they got scholarships and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And everybody's not going, I ain't turning down your hopes and dreams. I'm saying, I want you to go. If you want to go for it, daddy behind you 100%, whatever the case may be. But they also get scholarships in golf, and they also get scholarships in tennis, and they also get scholarships in swimming. So, and that's the way you want to go. That's fine. But you can turn it down. But I want you to know how to play, because I want you to be able to conversate with everybody in this world.
Yeah, I like it.
On every level that you can, in any aspect that you can. I don't want you to have to sit on a golf cart because you don't know how to play. I ain't asking you to be Tiger Woods. I ain't asking you to your game, but you're gonna know how to hit the ball. You're gonna know how to respect the game of golf. You're gonna know how to play the game of golf.
Yeah.
So you can have a conversation out there, because a lot of business deals get done out there on the golf course.
I got a brand new set of clubs. I need to be out there right now.
Y'all stay at a golf course.
We live on the golf course.
Listen,
we live on one.
What's so funny about it is this past year in high school football, Hazelhurst, it always comes down to 1 point, 2 point games and stuff like that, field position and stuff like that, right? And so we miss a kick, right? And I said, okay, listen, I've been affiliated with Hazelhurst my entire life. I can't remember one kicker or punter that's come through Hazelhurst. I don't remember. They just send somebody out there to do it, right? Yeah. I said, this summer, can one 14, 15-year-old child just go kick all summer? And you can get a scholarship just for being a kicker. Get a scholarship just for being a punter. Just punting the ball, right? I said, just go out there. You might not be.
Yes, T.
You know, you might not be a receiver.
T got
I
to
will cut you off. The funniest thing is, I was the kicker on my football team.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I know exactly. I was kicking the ball with arm pads on because I also was the defensive end and the left linebacker. But when I tell you, I had got injured my sophomore year, and I couldn't play, so I was watching everybody play, and the only thing I could do was kick the ball. And I used to stand on and kick the ball, and the coach saw me just kicking the ball. He was like, "Hey, you want to kick? You want to kick next year?" You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't play at all. So he's like, "You want to kick next year?" I was like, I don't care. I don't mind. Dude, for the next 2 years, the kicker for the football team. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wish, man, listen.
That big guy that signed with Alabama, that played with Columbia, he was their punter, and he was there just everything. He ran the whole team. Y'all, we got to get out of here. It's an hour on the dot. I want one parting shot from me because I want to give out a success story, because we as a Black community, we do not encourage, we have not, I'm not going to say we do not, but we have not encouraged junior college and trade the way that we should. We definitely need to push our children who we know are not athletic or who are academically challenged. We need to push them into trades. We need to push them into plumbing and carpentry, because those people who don't have degrees, truck driving, they make way more money sometimes than those of us who have degrees and don't have all those loans behind it. So junior college success story. I have 2 little cousins right now. I love them to death, and I know they love me too because they call on me when they need me. They both went to Colin and Weston. Each played basketball. One is now in the minor leagues playing for the Chicago Dogs. The other is in Missouri playing for Missouri State. So junior college does not mean you can't succeed. It is just a stepping stone, an obstacle to your next level. So please encourage your kids, if they can't do well on the ACT, start at junior college, because those major league places, they're looking at junior colleges just the same way they're looking at, big league names or D1 schools or whatever you guys want to call it. So that is my parting shot. That is my success story for us tonight, junior college. Jamie, what do you have?
That's all I got, man. Thank y'all for your time. It's been great. Ms. Sheila, we have learned a list of things to do from you and your college household, your college campus at your household. It just, I mean, like the phone taken away and things of that nature. This is what I like, just learning things, new ideas from people we know some and don't know at all. So I thank you there, T. I thank you for your open, honesty, transparency. As always, we know what we're going to get, or we don't know what we're going to get. Either way, however you want to look at it. Every time you come on the show, man, y'all guys have been a blessing, and we thank you and we appreciate you for your time.
Absolutely. Go ahead,
Thank
Sheila.
you so much for having me, guys.
Wait. Go ahead, Sheila.
I was just saying thank you for having me. I appreciate being in this space with you guys. It was awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you, because we got to get to see each other soon.
Yeah.
All right.
A shout out. Come shop with me. What the Business Solutions. Whatever you need, graphic designs, flyers, logos, anything that's dealing in the marketing field, let me know. I am head of marketing at New Jerusalem Church. I'm responsible for everything that's put out there, everything that's looking at all 3 campuses. I have an office at each one of them. You can just come see me anytime. My son, follow him at One Boss to Another on Instagram and Facebook. His bow tie line is partnered with Wendell Jones at Knotted Up Neckwear Design. His own t-shirt company is I'm Worth It. You can look that up on his bio. You go get your product from Jamie showed me how to get on Teesprings, and that's what we went with. So, that was a plus for him. And I'm also affiliated with LabLink COVID testing. So if get tested as much as you can, when you can. They're talking about a new strand that's coming out. And I know a lot of people say, man, a lot of gimmicks and stuff like that. It's real. Those different diseases and stuff like that, it is real. The best way to stay on top of it is to get tested and then know what you have when you go to the hospital, if you have to go. That way they won't put you on those different machines and you didn't need that, because some of the viruses feed off of the machines that they're putting you on.
Mhm.
So if you let them know you have this version of the virus or this version, then you can combat that with the right things to help you get over it. Because a lot of people that can fight it and is fighting it the right way is what helps. But getting tested in the beginning is what helps.
Yes, definitely. And follow Sheila J because she's all about holistic treatments and holistic care. And she has been giving me some great supplements. I've recently been dealing with my blood pressure, and she has been helping me and giving me things to do to make sure that I don't have to take that poison from the pharmacy.
Oh yeah, what you got? I need some of that. I'm gonna have to follow you and see what you got. I need that.
Yeah, follow
Yeah.
Sheila.
It's 13 Life Envisions, Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. You got sea moss too?
I do.
That's what I'm talking about. See, I be looking for different sea moss. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I just bought some yesterday, but I need to keep that sea moss. Sea moss really work. I did not.
It does.
I am a advocate for sea moss. I didn't want to try it at first, but now I'm down at Herbal Blessings like I'm like a little kid. I need that. I need that sea moss.
I love it too. Y'all, tonight we're giving out some Hello Black Teen journals in light of the recent occurrences in Jackson. If you haven't heard about it, we will not discuss it. We will take a moment of silence after the show to make sure that we commemorate that young lady's life. But Hello Black Teen is something that is very important. We need to get to know our teenagers. We need to get to know what's on their mind, what they're thinking. And, you know, for those of you who are parents who don't want to get to know what your teens are thinking, then give them to somebody else. Like find a way, find a solution, because there's no reason why our teens should be suffering the way that they are. They have to have outlets. They have to have somewhere, some way to get what is on their chest off their chest. Because as Jamie posted today, the teens of today are not the teens of yesterday. You know, we didn't have all this social media that, you know, they are constantly, you know, in the process or in the mindset of. So talk to your teens, make sure you are limiting their access. Like Sheila says, make sure you are monitoring what they're having to deal with. And as always, from Hello Black Man, we love you guys. You guys have a great night. Catch us next month for Parent Connection Thursdays.
Thank you all. We are out.